Hi, everybody. It's Avalon. Gosh, I'm about ready to piss some people off. I have a feeling it's not my intention, okay, to piss anybody off. I'm just going to go by my experience. And, all right, I just went to physical therapy today I got a problem with my hip. So I'm going to physical therapy. And I was talking to the lady who was massaging my hip and about addiction and how I had gotten addicted to the pain medication when I had ovarian cancer back in 2001, and how I was not warned about what opiates were. I had no idea what opiates were. Not a clue. I mean, I knew what cocaine was. I knew what crank was. I knew, opiates. I had no idea. So and that I wasn't warned. I wasn't sat down and told anything about these medications that they're prescribing. And it started an addiction. But there's a lot of people that get prescribed pain medications that don't get addicted. I mean, they might get their bodies might get physically addicted, but they don't become like full-blown addicts like some of us. I was ripe for addiction. I had childhood trauma. I was just a wreck. And I didn't even realize how much of a wreck I was. I thought I knew everything and that, it's everybody else that was wrong and everything else. And I was just waiting for the right drug to happen, basically. And opiates happened. And it was the right drug. And that's all she wrote, basically. And so, but what those drugs, what those pills did for me, and then the heroin, of course, was they fixed what ailed me emotionally, psychologically. And that's what drugs do to us. Those of us who become addicts, they fix us for a while. They are our solution to our emotional issues, to every issue in our life. And it's like, oh my God, why didn't somebody tell me that this existed? Because I'd have been doing this a long time, and this is wonderful. It's amazing. Well, that's how it starts. We all know that it doesn't stay that way. But so what I needed to get off of the drugs permanently was I needed to fix my soul. And, I went to rehab the first time. I was there 6 months, got thrown out, went home. 2 weeks later, I was already relapsed. I relapsed that day, 2 weeks. It was at Strawberry Festival. And for 5 months, I died 3 times in 5 months. And then I decided, okay, what I was doing wasn't working. I went to rehab. I thought I went to a halfway house, thought that was going to fix me. After 6 months, I go home. I'm not any different than I was the first day I started using. I didn't take it seriously. I didn't understand what addiction was, that I had a soul sickness that those drugs fixed. Without those drugs, I was miserable. Completely and utterly miserable. I couldn't function in life. All I thought about was escape, 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 escape. And so for me, I'm not even going to just say for me. I'm not going to just say for me. You can't cure addiction by getting on kratom and weaning off opiates or whatever, heroin. Because that's just a quick fix. That's like putting a Band-Aid on a broken leg. And people want to do the easier, softer way. They want to do something that doesn't require, them to change too much in their life. They don't want to have to go to rehab. Nobody wants to go to rehab. Do you think I woke up one day and just said, I think today I want to go to rehab. I think today's a good day for rehab. And after rehab, I want to go to a halfway house and live with a bunch of people I can't stand. Yeah, I think I want to do that today. Nobody wants to. But I realized that quick fixes didn't exist. Not for my addiction, not for the addiction that I had. My addiction was more of a soul sickness, of a death of my soul and my spirit. And until I fixed that, I would never not be able to stay. I would never be able to stay clean. Never. I realized that during my 5 months relapse spree. Yeah. And so when I went back to treatment, I went back with a different attitude. And I became willing to do whatever it took because my life depended on it. And I knew that I had to fix that miserableness, that darkness. We've seen movies where people are demon possessed, and this darkness, this black misty darkness will come out of them or go in them. And that's what comes to my mind when I think about it, is that as I went to treatment and I started working on myself, some of that darkness started coming out of me so that more light could come in. Because you can't put, if you got a full sack of something, you can't put new in until you take some out. And you can't put recovery into a full sack of misery. You just can't do it. And it's more than just the substance that you're taking. That's just an outward sign of an inward problem. And so you have to get treated. You have to get treated for addiction. Untreated addiction leads to death. And that's all there is to it. So if you're in a position today where you are, I need to get off. Can I, what about Kratom? Can I get Kratom or even Suboxone or I'm going to use that. And that's the only thing I'm going to do. I'm just going to wean off and then my life will be better. And let me get my kids back and let me get my, place to live and let me get, just get a job and just get things, better and just let me just wean off of this and then I'll be good. And then, once that happens, I'm good. Nope, I'm not going to co-sign that bullshit any longer. Do you know how many people I have that contact me for help with Kratom, getting them off opiates? And I've done it, and I've tried to work with them. Do you know not one person has stuck? Not one. I've never had one person successfully wean off of heroin or oxys or whatever you're on using Kratom that I've tried to help. Not one person has stuck around and continues. They all just go away. And I've co-signed that for a long time. I'll help you. I'll give you advice. I'll tell you how to use Kratom to get off the things. Listen, I'm not going to do that anymore. Because I'm co-signing bullshit that I know is bullshit. And I'm an honest person. I will not tell somebody that, I will not help that. I will not. If you are going to start going to outpatient and you're going to start going to meetings and you're going to get a sponsor and you're going to go to therapy or you're going to do this, then I'm on board, because you need more than just a substance to fix a soul problem. You're just replacing one substance for another substance. You're not doing any work to change yourself. You're not doing any work to heal yourself. You're doing nothing. And so it's not going to work. I'm here to tell you it's not going to work. Hope you're all having a good day. I really do care about it, people. I really do. I might sound cruel and heartless, but I'm not. It's experience talking. Hope you're all having a good day. Brightest blessings, and God is blessed.